Happy Tuesday. Thank you all for being here, although we've got a little bit of a situation with the breezeway. Appreciate you still making it out so we can go over any updates and questions that you might have for me. Wanted to make sure we can start off by any resident updates or announcements. We miss Annette and right? Absolutely.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
Morning.
It is so nice to see a big crowd with a breezeway. Anyway, I am the president of Regency Oaks Scholarship Fund, and I want to thank all of you who participated in our fundraiser last week, the Nothing But Cake. Oh my goodness, how many are on Weight Watchers this week? Anyway, seriously though, the Regency Oaks Scholarship Fund was founded by residents and managed by residents 10 years ago. And we're here to invite you to be part of that, to support our associates in their education, and to thank them for all that they do every day. We have associates that are studying in, of course, accredited colleges, universities, trade schools, and certificate programs. We have them in nursing, engineering, computer science, all kinds of programs. And we are happy to know that we have somebody that you didn't see and I didn't see in the laundry a few years ago, who is a medical translator and working hard on her job. We also have someone that we do kind of see. He came in custodial work and got his HVAC, heating and air conditioning, and now the company he works for, he's back here helping us again. So you can see the benefit of all the education, the support that you give our associates. So how do you do that? You can write your checks to Regency Oaks Scholarship Fund, Inc., and put it in the donation boxes in either the north or the south mail rooms. What you do for our people who help us every day is support them and help them in their future. Thank you very much.
How much from the bus cakes? How much from the bus cakes?
We did, I was gonna say, we did not get the information back quite yet. We have a new company this year and they work a little differently. We were busy all day and seemed to have a nice crowd. I'll let you know when that comes in. Okay. Last year, I know we made about $400, and then we have 20%. This year, with the new owner, it's 15%. So we can only project that we don't have the final figures. Thank you for asking.
Thank you, Miss Annette. There you go.
We are looking for a few good men and women. We need some new ambassadors here at Regency Oaks, and these are the people that welcome our new residents, meet with them, have lunch with them, have dinner with them, and spend time welcoming them here to Regency Oaks and answering questions. So we like to have about 30, and so 15 in each building. And we need some from each building. You need to have been here about a year before you apply to be an ambassador. You will fill out a form, and then you will speak to several people. We are going to have a training program on April 22nd, and if you are interested in sign up, you would need to attend that. If you are in the North Building, you would be talking to Mary Ellen Bader. If you're in the South Building, Carolyn Montgomery. They both have the applications. Fill them out and get them back to them. And this is a really great, difficult thing to do because the ambassadors are our first line of welcome for Regency Oaks new residents. And you all know it's not always easy. So to have somebody to call, to talk to have dinner with, is really a good welcoming technique for us to give them. So if you are interested, please talk to those two representatives, one in each building. Get an application and get them in. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, any other resident announcements? Okay, so we'll go into some updates from leadership team. So just your favorite weekly reminder to please make sure we are returning these luggage carts, wheelchairs, walkers, and other items that we do have stored in those areas for your use so everyone can use them. As you probably have seen, did not know, we are repaving our breezeways. This is something that we've been needing to do aesthetically, as well as they were cracky and uneven. So we want to make sure that we are as safe as possible for you. So we are repaving these areas to make them safe and look nice. So we have been putting out all of the communication. I know, thank you again, Betsy and our plant team for the one calls and the maps. But this is just another high level about the phases. We're starting, of course, this week. 216 to 220. This area, as you can see, is affecting the north, getting to the south. We do have drivers on standby. We are using our buses for larger gatherings, so we are making sure you can get to and from as much as possible while we complete this. It is in about 3 phases, and it is about a week each phase. So hopefully get it done pretty quickly over the next couple of weeks and be out of your hair with this project. We will continue to put this communication out as well. Each phase has its own page and information. So like we mentioned, transportation will be provided from the north to the south during this time, so you can just go to the front desk to request that. We do request that residents not walk across the grass as much as possible. There are lots of holes and trip hazards. We don't want anyone getting hurt. The pub will not have entry from the north near the shuffleboard doorway during phase 1, and there's no entry from the fitness entry during phase 3. Again, we will be putting this information out per phase, so you kind of have a good way to navigate these various areas. We are providing coffee in Grand Lobby North from 8 to 10 during phase 1, because we know you can't get through that area. The pool will only have access from the main entrance during phase 1, and we'll have entry through the sliding doors during phase 2. Again, we'll have this maps out, we'll have all of this details for you. The beauty salon will have to be closed for the week of the 2nd through the 6th, and they will be notifying residents that had an appointment so they can get those rescheduled. Again, we'll be having all this information out page by page, phase by phase. We'll get it done. I mentioned last week, I know it's going to be inconvenient. I'm so sorry. We just have to get the work done, and then we'll be able to open back up all of these various areas. So last call for the annual homestead tax exemption. We've been talking about this for a couple months now. More have been placed in the boxes. If they were not received at the front desk, please complete these and turn them in as soon as possible for you to receive your credit at the end of the year. So please see Betsy if you have any questions about this. This is the ad valorem tax exemption. Just another reminder, I know we had this up for a couple weeks now, but the salon, Rejuvenate Salon and Spa, they are a third-party contractor and our partner. They have done a few price increases, so we just wanted to make sure they communicated that effectively. So we do have it up here, and they have it in their areas as well to make sure that you, their clients, are made aware of their changes. So, this is from Amy. We, unfortunately, in January had to discard 230 pounds of linens and towels. Please, please, please try to avoid using the towels to clean up pet accidents, spilled beverages, etc. Please be sure to utilize the provided towels for their intended purposes. So we are working on this. We do ask for your cooperation and collaboration. 230 pounds of linens and towels in 1 month is quite a lot. They of course were from stains we could not get out. So just please be mindful about that. So a little bit more updates from Amy. We have been getting comments regarding the north first floor trash rooms in M, R, and S. We do have them scheduled to be power washed in March. In the meantime, please ensure all the trash is secured and tied off to avoid spills, and try to dispose of liquids before throwing it in the trash. This does cause the bags to become heavy and break on the way down to the chutes. So we continue to address these trash areas and try to create additional ways to keep them clean and nice and orderly. So we just ask for a little bit of your help. But we do have them scheduled to be power washed in the next 2 weeks. Little bit from plant operations. As you know, Darwin is our plant ops director. He has a lot of projects that he has been managing. Chris is our work order and assistant plant operations manager. So together they have completed 115 work orders, about 40 remain open. We did complete our 5-year inspection for the fire department. We are continuing to work on that R-Wing elevator upgrade. We have replaced 4 HVAC systems in apartments. Those are new ACs. We are completing the tree trimming throughout the campus. We are continuing to work on the sealing and caulking of the glass lanais. As you see, we've started the breezeway. We do have our Town Hall Quick Connect generator pad, say that 3 times fast, scheduled to pour concrete on the 20th. Remember, that is going to be a generator pad that we have over here to have power to our town hall in the event of a hurricane. As I mentioned, Darwin and I are both now focused on our 2026 CapEx projects. We announced those a couple weeks ago. Once we get those approved by ownership, they really like us to get started on them immediately. They've been funded, they've been approved, they want us to get them done. So that is where all of the excitement is coming from on all of these exciting projects. However, they are all upgrades to our community that we're really excited to be able to do. So that continues to be Darwin's focus. So each quarter we're kind of working through various projects. The breezeway, we'll have the paving. We have to do the floor in the south kitchen. So we'll just kind of be communicating these projects as time goes on. We did have a change that I know we mentioned, but just wanted to remind you. Our Maintain with Maintenance has now moved to Tuesdays after Tuesday Talk at 11 every week for any maintenance questions or concerns. I was always getting a lot of questions about work orders and large projects. Of course, I work alongside of Darwin with the large projects, but I don't always have all the details. And of course, work orders, I am not that actively involved in that aspect. So I'd like to be able to give you an educated answer, and I'd like to be able to meet your needs and give you a solution to those questions. So I have asked that we move that meeting. We didn't have a lot of attendance anyways. That way we can capture anything that, any questions you might have together as a team with maintenance and myself to make sure that I can get you your answers. So we're hoping this works out a little better for you all.
Is it here?
It is right outside, yeah, right outside in the foyer. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
So again, we're going on about our trash rooms, our south trash and cardboard disposal. Due to spills and debris in the south trash room, we are requesting that residents do not go into the refuse room. The cardboard is now moved into the service area, and residents can dispose of refuse at the refuse entry off the A wing. So I know that Betsy's been helping with this, but we really want to try to get those areas cleaned up and used appropriately.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's in the main.
Good.
Please do not leave your items throughout the community. A chair was left on the second floor of the south building outside the elevators. Please take it home if it's yours or if you need help. You can contact Betsy for a list of charities that will come to your apartment and pick up items you no longer want or need. I know we've mentioned this in the past, but we're so appreciative of your giving hearts. But when you just kind of stick things out in the hallways, there are contractors and companies that will come grab them. It is a beautiful chair. However, we will make sure that we can help you get rid of any items you don't need.
I think that'll match Frank Twait's.
It's beautiful. It's like, bring it to home. So as we mentioned, so glad to have Mark and Gabriel. They are going to be here with our IT team within IHS. So if you are struggling with those more high-level IT issues that myself and Betsy and Mary Ellen and her team cannot help you with, Mark and Gabriel should be able to. So they have a higher level of understanding than myself and a lot of our team. So we're really excited to have them as a resource for you. So please do have your passwords handy. They can't read your mind, they don't know those, but they can help you with a lot of your IT issues. Maybe you got a new computer, if for some reason you got a MacBook, I can't use those to save my life. But if you did, they can help you with those. But it is by appointment only, so please do call and schedule. We are starting the services on the 19th. Actually, Shantae just told me they are fully booked coming up. So Tuesdays 10 to 2 and Thursdays 12 to 4 are their times, because remember, they are still employees here within our other departments. But we will have them for a blocked amount of times that you can schedule services with them in order to meet your IT needs. We do have an hour minimum, and the rate is $40 because we have to cover their salary and benefits and all of that fun payroll stuff. So again, it is 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. or 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But we are really hoping this is a good value add to you and services you need for the community. A little bit from healthcare. Kyle's actually been out sick with the flu, but we did have our mock survey. So Angie Ike is actually our regional clinical nurse. She comes into all of our settings and she pretends she is state. She shows up and she goes through everything. If you are a nurse or you've ever spent any time at a hospital or administration, you know how fun these processes are. But she comes in and she audits everything. So we did have that conducted last week. Overall, very pleased with the outcome. We are waiting for her reports back, but we usually do very well. And that definitely helps us in our efforts to get ready for when state does come in to survey assisted living or skilled nursing. An offer and a contract has been extended to a new medical director. So Dr. Danny Matthew with Baycare Medical Group will be our new medical director at the Skilled Nursing Center. So just wanted to mention that for those that's important to. We do have a new medical director with Baycare in our Skilled Nursing Center. A little bit of updates from Kelly. She wanted to mention that as you are filling out your health history forms, please know that if you filled out a residency access addendum, you don't have to do that one every year. That one is basically the one that says someone can have access to your apartment. That one does not need to be done annually. But if you have any questions, you can see Kelly or Carol about that form and they can help you. A little bit more from resident services. Because, of course, of the breezeway, we do have Carol here that is going to be helping assist with codes in the south, and Kelly has moved to office out of the north just temporarily so she can assist with codes in the north. So she is in the north EBS office until the breezeway is complete for her to be able to easily access. This will allow for her to respond to codes to the north during this, and Carol will be primarily responding to codes in the south. So you may stop by if you would like to see her. She is on the 3rd floor, the previous EBS office just to the left of the main elevator.
What is EBS?
Environmental Services. Environmental Services, the old housekeeping office. So if you cannot reach her, you can most certainly call her cell at 727-648-6024 or leave a voicemail at her current extension of 501, as she will be checking voicemails. Again, this is just temporary, so she can easily navigate codes in the north and Carol can navigate in the south. So if you need to find her, this is where she's at. She also has the information posted on her door. So just your weekly reminder, we do continue to have lots of new residents, so please wear your name tag to help all of them out. We currently do not have any known cases of COVID. There is a little bit of flu going around. I know some of my team have been sick over the last couple of weeks, so just want to make sure we are mindful about that, but no current cases of COVID. And then this week in activities, despite all of the fun projects, the show must go on. So Tuesday on the 17th, we are doing the movie matinee, featuring Thursday's Murder Club here in the town hall. Wednesday, February 18th, Power Moves for Parkinson's class at 2 p.m., town hall. Wednesday, February 18th, we have Ash Wednesday with Father Bob, 2 p.m. in Grand Lobby South. Thursday, February 19th, we have a What Scams Look Like seminar, 2:30 in Town Hall. Friday the 20th, vocal cords, 12:45 in Town Hall. And then Sunday the 22nd, we're going to Dunedin Community Chorus Trip at 1:45. Department sign up on the trip table. So the bus is available to take you back to the North Building immediately following Tuesday Talk Today. So we're gonna make sure you get where you need to go. Little from food and beverage, so we will have gourmet chef's table on Wednesday the 25th. We are having to reschedule our Enchanted Evening due to low attendance. Ricky told me yesterday we only had 18 still signed up, so we will cancel that for February and probably plan it again in late March or early April, just due to low attendance and probably the breezeway getting in the way. So just FYI on that. We are doing pasta dinner on the 26th. We do have the Fliker dinner on the 18th, the North birthday party on the 20th, and the South birthday party on the 27th. And then on April 7th, the Passover dinner, and we just continue to work on several exciting things with our food and beverage program. So a little bit of update from sales. We are doing on the 19th, the Senior Living University, The Cost of Waiting, with Sherry Schweitzer presenting, so super excited for that. And we are on track to close about 5 on a budget of 5 new move-ins for February. We do remember, we are paying resident referrals $3,000. So if you have any friends you want to refer, bring them in, we will pay you that. So just a little bit of updates from Blue Team. They are continuing to complete the various aspects of the roof. They are still working on replacing the sales center cupola. They are still completing the gutters and drain spouts throughout the community. As always, they will be picking up debris at the end of the project. They will be repairing all of our paving, and they will be repairing our landscaping damage. So as we mentioned, they will be going to select units of observed damage per their scope and removing those vinyl windows and measuring screens, so they continue throughout that process for those pertinent residents that are affected. So they did begin on the P-wing, and we are working on the 5th floor and working down. So we have been communicating with those residents to make sure they are aware of what's going on. And I just wanted to share this from HR. This was for our kindness week, so we did sharing a kind word, sweet treats, and breakfast on the go, just to show our staff we appreciated them. So we like to do these kind of things regularly, just to make sure we let all of our team members know how much they're appreciated, and free breakfast is always good. So we like to show those photos there. So, just a little bit of discussion or information. I know it was in the Oaks, and Margaret wrote a letter and made sure that everybody has been communicated. RoRo Board unanimously voted to suspend the dress code starting March 1st. So I've had a couple residents call me, give me their opinion, and tell me, no, I don't like this. This has been a topic of discussion for just the 3 years that I've been here, so I can only imagine it was many, many years before that. This is something that I can tell you the community is about 50-50 divided in. This is also something I will not be making a decision on. Lucky me. So it is, you have elected your resident board, and your resident board has heard all of you for many, many years. And so they did meet for 1 hour and 47 minutes, and they discussed it. They took into all considerations of many things, and they did decide to vote unanimously to suspend that. Now, we're not gonna let it go crazy. We're not gonna, have you showing up in your nightgowns. We're not gonna allow that. However, we do want to move in that direction. So, you know, and I've heard it from various residents too. These are just comments that I've gotten from personally to me. You know, I've dressed up my whole life. I don't want to have to do so just to eat. It's too hot in Florida to make us wear a full sports coat and pants all the time.
You don't have to.
We're a premier community, and we always, it was a comment given to me, we always look and dress like one. Now that I don't have to wear long pants, I might come to the dining room more. At the end of the day, you can still dress up if you wish, and there are many formal events that we will require. So just a couple talking points on that. There were a couple of things that I know the Railroad Board discussed, and also with myself when we had the discussions. Respecting changing resident preferences. Our community has grown and evolved, so have our resident expectations. Many are preferring comfort, ease, and flexibility. Comfort, accessibility, and inclusion. Some residents experience various health issues and challenges that makes being dressier a little bit more difficult. Preserving dignity and choice. Adults deserve autonomy in how they present themselves. Reducing conflict and enforcement issues. Dress codes often create tension between residents and staff. Enforcing placing staff in uncomfortable positions. Removing the rule eliminates unnecessary friction. Reflecting industry trends. Most modern CCRCs are moving towards a more relaxed dining standard. Hospitality emphasizes atmosphere, service, and quality, not retired requirements. We will still have special events, theme nights, and dress-up nights. Maintaining standards without formal rules. Eliminating a formal dress code does not mean we are lowering our standards. We can maintain a simple guideline such as neat, clean, and respectful attire appropriate for a shared dining environment. Our community culture, not enforcement, sets the tone.
There you go.
Focusing on what matters, the dining experience, food quality, service, social connection, and atmosphere. Clothing does not determine respect or spirit. Compromising option. Obviously, the community is split. We don't do a daily dress code. We can always have our elevated dining nights, formal expectations for special holidays. In general, this approach honors tradition while allowing progress. Ultimately, appropriate attire for meals will be what you would wear if you were to go to a nice restaurant. So again, these are just really talking points that in general, when the board was discussing it for years now, these were some of the things that were discussed. Ultimately, also looking forward, the culinary experience, as I've mentioned, our marketing strategist for LCS came out and they did that presentation. The future is wanting smaller dining venues, variety, flexibility, and casual. So at some point, we do have to move our community in one direction, and not everyone will agree with that direction. But again, it was a discussion that was taken very seriously from your Railroad Board, and that is something that we are moving in the direction of. So I just wanted to make sure you heard it from me in a full comprehensive talking point. And Margaret, did you want to kind of elaborate on those discussions or anything around that?
Yes. It was a very lengthy discussion. And we talked and we talked and we talked. And I was a proponent of a dress code for many, many years. But I've seen a change of the new people particularly coming in. We are suspending, we are not eliminating. So we will see how things go. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you. So I just wanted to make sure to address that thoroughly and comprehensively, just to kind of make sure you understood the thorough thought process and discussions around that. So other than that, just a couple updates from myself. As we have discussed, we are finalizing, close to be, the north and the south dining rooms. We have picked the carpet, working on the paint, and working on the chairs for options for those with your design committee. As we know, the elevator is in progress. We did have them remove that trash and junk, so thank you for bringing that to our attention, and we will be keeping an eye on that. We've discussed the breezeway, we've discussed roofing. We did get the new salon chair installed. If you love it, great. If you don't, I'm sorry. That's the one they asked me to order. So, as we mentioned, maintenance is here now, so they can answer any questions you have for Maintain with Maintenance. We will have a town hall closure March 6th through 9th. That is basically a weekend for this generator work. The Duke Energy has to suspend power for about 3 days in order to complete the generator conduit work. So we will have our team relocate to our training room for those just Friday and Monday, and we will have no power here in the town hall for that weekend. So we will make sure to work around that. We'll make sure that you know where to find the team, but that is part of a project. Duke Energy put that date there, not me. That's the only date they could do, but it at least is over a weekend. So it will be from the 6th to the 9th, just this town hall, just this area, but it will include the offices. So they will office out of the training room in the north. We will of course have that information at the time, and they will get the work done for this generator conduit. Other than that, on Monday, we have Amy Padone. She is an LCS sales trainer. She is fabulous, and she will be flying out to do a conference, a daily, one-day conference with all of the directors on Monday. So on Monday from 9 to 2, we will all be in a conference, or a very long meeting, for a training. So again, she will fly out with Amy Wall and Amy Padone, and it is called Excel in Action. So if you're looking for us, we're all here. We are in a one-day training from 9 to 2, and we will be in the Regency room for that training. Something that they do for all the communities about once a year, so we're really excited for that information. So really, FYI, any questions you have for me?
As I understand it, phase 1 of the breezeway will be finished on Friday. Can I walk from the south to the north for brunch on Sunday?
We anticipate you should be able to, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Is that correct, Darwin?
Yes. Can I walk on Friday night to the south building?
Now you're pushing it. Yes, Ms. Barb.
There's a small porch off of the sports bar on the 3rd floor that doesn't look like it's been touched. I wonder if they've forgotten about.
No, that's actually a flat roof that they will be repairing and replacing the pavers. There were damage to that area.
Well, that's good, because that's the question I was
Yes.
going to ask, because about 6 or 7 of us have the direct view.
I know.
And it is a very poor view.
It is, absolutely. Yep, that's actually was in our last meeting. Do you remember the date they gave us?
They haven't given us an exact date. The thing is, they have to be engineered for that area, because it's a walking path, so they have to do something different. That's why they left there for last.
Yeah,
And
so
so it will look like a terrace.
it's going to look like a flat roof, and it will have pavers. Yeah, we'll try to see what we can do to expand upon that.
My question is about the pool deck. Right now, all the furniture from the breezeway is on the pool deck. It was dirty, now it's going to be really filthy. So is there a plan for it to be cleaned after all the furniture is removed?
Yeah, we can get those taken care of. Once they're done over there, we'll make sure that we come through with a good wash. Absolutely. Yes.
Question, is there any way to do something with the reservations that could be a little bit better to all of us?
Well, that's a general question. My initial answer would be possibly yes. Let's start those conversations with the dining committee and menu chat. Dustin really manages the reservation process, so maybe if you connect with him, I can have him reach out to you to see exactly what your issues are and how we can help you with those.
Great, thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Hi. Rules have no purpose unless they're enforced, and 230 pounds of towels is no small problem. I think they're using it for potty pads, or they're not capable of taking care of their animals, and it needs to be addressed, and I wanna know if the housekeeping company, group is informing people, that are using the towels. I think it's something that needs to be looked at, because we're all paying for this, and it's ridiculous.
I agree with you, and the answer is yes. Amy is training her team to be aware of those things and communicate so she can address those case by case with those residents that we're having more issues with. Thank you.
Any update on the cleaning of the windows on the outside?
Not at the moment, not at the moment. We do still have that planned, but I don't have any additional information, but we have not forgotten.
I'm hoping that we'll still be able to dress up for the gourmet nights.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, and you can dress up any night. You can dress up every single night. Absolutely. There's no rule saying you cannot.
No, regarding the dining reservations, when there is a couple, husband and wife, and one makes a reservation, it doesn't appear on the reservation for the partner, which makes it very confusing. And now that you have some IT people working here, I would also like to see, if you make a reservation on your system, then it should go straight to my iPhone calendar, so I don't have to transcribe it back.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Well, that could be for future hopes. We absolutely, yes, you do each have a login. However, what I can have Dustin follow up with you to see what your glitches are and how we can help you both.
There is a space on there for how many people you're making the reservation for. And where it says special request, you can actually put in both names.
Yeah, you have that extra area as well. We'll have a follow up with you to help you. Any other questions? Yes. Betsy's come. Thank you, Betsy. You're getting your steps.
Betsy knows about the chair. The chair's right outside my door.
Put it up by
At the
your
same
mouth. Put it
time,
by your
the
mouth.
wreath on my door
Can't
is
hear
missing.
you. We can't hear him.
Hold it up later.
He said Betsy knows about the chairs right outside his door and his wreath is missing.
And also the plant on the table. This is
And
the
the
second
plant on
time.
the table. So give his wreath and his plant back.
This is the second time the wreath has been missing, and the wreath has pictures on it of the family.
I see. Okay.
I don't find someone wants.
Yeah. We'll look into that, but here's your public service announcement. If you have it, give it back. Any other questions? Okay, well, happy Tuesday,